All right, hey everyone, how's it going? Oh, we're recording the wrong window. Give me 1 second. We're recording the chat window for some reason. Change that to this one. Nope, this one. There we go. All right. I boot up the deck for today because we are going to be playing some Illusionist. This is basically this is gonna be a funny one. This Enigma deck is like kind of toxic. I think it's like not actually that good, but it is like kind of something you kind of have to be aware of, which is kind of funny. But yeah, this deck is like kind of crazy. So let me kind of.
You called it an Enigma deck just now, by the way.
Wait, what's up?
You said this is an Enigma deck.
This is Enigma. We're playing Refractor.
Oh yes, we are playing.
So for reference, let me actually pull up. Give me 1 second. I wanted to pull up the inspiration from the deck because I think Natan was kind of the core inspiration here, and he actually just put out a video today about the deck. So let me go and find that video real quick. But yeah, Natan is my go-to illusionist person. So yeah, here's the one. So Natan was basically taking a look at this like Refractor Ziggy list. Not gonna like play the video, but basically like goes into like kind of like his build of Ziggy, which is really cool. Let me see if I can like go to like the actual deck list itself. But yeah, he basically like put in like kind of like a full primer on the deck, which is really cool. So like kind of just using Refractor to like get your like 2-card 5 value, and then also sending a bunch of like Gogan attacks and like just playing out like good auras and stuff. But yeah, there's like some kind of crazy things you can do, like with Lightning Greaves, like Gonna Flash and then a bunch of auras out, which is pretty crazy. Because if you like generate action points, basically what you can do is like swing with Refractor like multiple times in a row. So yeah, I'll post a link to his video because I think he actually does a really good job explaining like this different build. So we're not gonna go in this direction for now though. For now, what we're actually going to do is kind of like do more like old Enigma kind of style, where it's not like a combo deck. But yeah, this video I think is a really good starting spot. So if you have not checked it out yet, I think this video is really sweet. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna be playing a little bit more of like a defensive build. So lots of sync belows, lots of shelters, lots of fates. We're even running like the new D-Rack just for a little bit more flow generation. And then we also have like Hold the Line. Overcrowded is also kind of nuts in this deck. Like you can basically get this to like 5 or 6 pretty often, which is kind of nuts. And like you can also like just get it back off Codex, which is pretty brutal if you can just like dump your hand out in response to it. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of fun stuff today. This is going to be kind of, so I think like this variant of the deck is like has problems in the sense that like you'll probably lose to anything that's like relatively fast. But I think this is like the deck that they're basically like mentioning in the dev article of like this is why we probably banned what was that card, the Phantasmal Tide Maw.
Yeah, Phantasmal Tide Maw.
Yeah. So like I think this is the deck that's like this is why we banned this card, right? Because I think they're mentioning like anything that can't deal like 14 damage basically is going to struggle into this. But yeah, we're going to be playing this deck today. I think this is like kind of a bad deck, but we're going to give it a shot. Symbiosis, cool interaction with the lightning flow. Oh, because you give like symbiosis. Yeah, symbiosis.
You can name lightning flow and then attack with.
Yeah. Lightning flow turns into an illusionist, and then you can like swing with a bunch of lightning flows, which is pretty sick. So there's a lot of like cool combos that you can actually do with Ziggy. We're not going to be doing any of those cool combos though. We're going to be playing just a pile of D-Reacts, and we're going to call it a day. I think like that other variant of the deck though is probably a lot cooler. I might actually like give it a try for a game or two and just kind of see how it goes. But I want to play my crappy build and just kind of see if we can dumpster on some people. But yeah, I think. Oh, hold on. Let me go. Retaliation. Oh, there we go. All right, Teklo is probably boost Teklo might be a little bit more difficult. I actually don't know if this is an Iris. I think this is probably an Iris matchup, right? All right, then I have us go first, and then let's bring in the unmovables, and then probably the etchings. Maybe fat deck a little bit. That seems reasonable. And then probably want the Phantasmals. Maybe. Assuming this is going to be like an aggro Teklo, because we'll probably just kind of roll over a normal Teklo. Okay, we are aggro Teklo, that makes sense. So let's go ahead. So we can start our flow generation, which is good. The problem is we can't swing with like shimmers right away. Oh no, we can't. No, we can't. Right, because we have to like play it up first. All right, there are no AB2, which is also pretty good. But yeah, the symbiosis thing with like Gonna Flash I think is pretty sweet. I think that's like kind of how I envisioned the deck. But yeah, I've heard you can do some pretty crazy things with that. Oh wait, they do have AB? Wait, where do they have? Oh, right, Achilles, duh. Sorry, forgot about that. I feel like we got a decent like start here though. Setting up shimmers might be mildly annoying if they just want to like blast or something at end of turn. I feel like against boost Teklo it's going to be a little bit more stressful staying alive, but we should be still fine here. I think this card is like also just like insane in Ziggy. Just having like a 0, like a it's kind of like Blink. It's like Blink but +1, which is crazy. All right, we got the Teklo Trebuchet, sure. I think I'm probably just gonna footsteps here just so that we can be a little annoying. Like, it prevents them from like Teklo Foundry Heart, which I think they probably don't want to do it right away because they need to like close the combat chain, which would be a little awkward. Let's go and pitch. I'm trying to think what we pitch here. Probably the fleeing for now. We can like maybe save this for second cycle. But yeah, this prevents them at least from like activating their Foundry Heart, which I think is pretty good. A common blink, I know, it's crazy. It's not quite as good as blink because you can't like do it on like Gauntlet and Flash, which makes it good, but it like you can do it on like basically everything else, right? All right, coming in for 6. Yeah, that's pretty good. I guess we can block 2. Gonna do some. I want them to like not kill my shimmers, but I imagine they're probably gonna kill my shimmers. Which I think we need to keep the hate spinning, right? Because yeah, I think we need to like play the haze bending. It's like my first game, but maybe we shouldn't have brought Iris in this matchup, assuming that they're like an aggro Teklo. I think the play is just gonna be like play out haze bending, play out circular flow tide. I think we're probably just like eating the damage then. I guess I forgot there's nothing we're really like protecting ward wise, so I think we can just eat a little bit. This deck does seem like a little bit hard. Lots of things to like think about. All right, we got Foundry Heart. Medics is an interesting one. Sure. Well, at least get our Phantasmal Footsteps block back if they want to try to go for that. Oh, and they're not killing the Shimmers? Oh my god. That's very good for us. That's pretty good, I'd say. So we can go... we don't have... It's good, but it's not that good. We do have like the extra floating to play out the circular flow tide in a turn, but we don't have like the ability to like swing haze bending. I guess we can just like play out the Restless since they're like more of an aggro deck. Huh. Things to think about. You need to test Graving to boost Teklo. I think this deck is like I was actually struggling into it. Like, I think I had like a series of bad draws. But I think I got down to like below 10 against this deck. I still won, but even against like if you have like some bad draws on Marlin and they just like kind of hit all their boost in like a particular way, like kind of almost feels like it's like max-ish where they have like the mechanoid or whatever, but like they just have like a bunch of armor or whatever. Boost Teklo has beaten me on Marlin. Yeah, it's like definitely kind of scary. Kind of gotta respect the boost Teklo. Also, I think I'm supposed to just jam the haze bending here. Like, I don't think we swing just yet. I think we just play out Double Spectre and make them deal with it. We could also... Yeah, I think we still just play out Double Spectre, right? It's like kind of the best thing we could be doing. Because they can Achilles, notably, but getting the actual ability to do, like, you can't, like, Hanabius. Like, I doubt they want a Hanabius, realistically. So I think we're just doing something gross like this. Yeah, I feel like Teklo is, like, especially the boost variant Teklo is, like, definitely a bit on the scarier end. Oh, we got our Space Dust. Nice. Space Dust is pretty gross. The one thing that's not going to be great on this hand is Spectral Manifestations, but that's probably not the worst thing in the world. Alright, so they're going to try to beat us down, presumably. What do we want to do? So I think... I feel like with Iris, the Space Dust is maybe like a little bit more awkward. Could also just like end up blocking. Could like let the Restless die or something. Yeah, maybe we just like pay 1 with the Spectral, let the Restless die, and then just hold up double D react. I think that's probably the best. It's like a little bit awkward here because I guess we like keep it in the deck, so maybe that's worth it. And if they close chain, I guess it's better. I think we want to just sack the. I guess we don't need a second flow just yet. We can just like let the Restless eat it now. Seems pretty alright. Again, they do still have to like kind of figure out a way to like clear both the Spectra, which seems pretty brutal. Here, Spectra is still a pretty good mechanic, eh? Oh, let me hold on. My card frame got messed up. Give me 1 second. Let me like scooch this down a little bit. Like that. Like that. There we go. That's a bit better. I just hopped in and got the jump scare of the sports state. Yep. It's gonna be a gross stream today.
This is some fucked up shit that I'm looking at.
Yeah, this is not. Yeah, avert your eyes for some of this. This is gonna get gross. I think they can still kill me though. Like for sure. We're not like. I don't know if we're necessarily gonna even win this game, but it's kind of like disgusting a little bit. Definitely a bit of a jump scare. I will say, one thing I think I'm noticing is that I think the corrosive is definitely a bit worse if you're doing the iris plan. I've not actually played the iris plan as much as the refractor plan. Still targeting me, okay. Reasonable. Kind of deserve to be targeted, not gonna lie. Is everything going okay at work? Friends, do you need someone to talk to? Work's been, you know, you know how work is. Actually, that's probably a good reason why I've been playing this deck. Leave the Warmongers on top of this one. Alright, so they're gonna Hanabi down a Shimmers, or are they just gonna let it be? It might just be trying to kill me before any of this matters. Like Foundry. Wait, what are they doing? Wait, why are they Foundry hurting? Oh, just to like get random boost. That makes sense. You can still kind of just fatigue them from here, though. Oh, still attacking me, sure. So I think what we're gonna do here is just shelter and then Arsenal Space Dust and then go from here. Yeah, it's one thing I've thought about a lot with this dust is like I've thought a lot about dust on the refractor plane and I've liked it. But one thing I should probably do is like board it out if I'm doing like the iris plan. It should be pretty easy to do. Like I think we just bring in like just cut a couple of the red ones probably. Alright, let's get our first Shimmers activation in. Now we just hold the Space Dust for like flicker value. If you're going to fatigue, why not play and flicker the Space Dust? I think. Oh, did I miss his footsteps there? Maybe I did. We probably are gonna try to fatigue, but like if we can get like cards out of them with the Shimmers, I think that's like kind of reasonable. Like I kind of want them to not just ignore the Shimmer. Like I want them to eventually attack this, if that makes sense. Because I think we can still fatigue even if we do end up sending like a little bit of damage. I guess the nice thing is that they're only on like 2 Evos for this plan. I want them to eventually attack into the Shimmers though. Ooh, Fabricate, okay. Yeah, that was my thought. Like if I eventually get to the point where like I have 3 counters on the Shimmers, then they'll eventually try to attack in, and then the Haze Bending gets value. But yeah, maybe it's better to just like fold my hand because we can probably just fatigue them on Boost Teklo. Oh, Deck Daddy Brian, thanks for beating me up last night. Was I playing this deck or was I playing Marlin? I can't remember. Been playing a lot of decks recently for Nats. Okay, this is a good Space Dust at least. Sending a little bit of Arcane. Doing some stuff. And then we're also going to get the Haze Bending trigger, which is kind of nasty. Okay, so this seems good. Let's do the Dust. I guess notably they can pay for the Arcane damage, but they might not want to. Do it now, though. We'll see if they want to pay. Oh, I was playing Marlin. Nice. Yeah, there's been some fun developments going on for Marlin. Yeah, the Siggy Marlin matchups is pretty weird. I feel like if you're doing like more of this like weird fatigue fatigue Ziggy, then I feel like the Marlin matchup might be like a little bit awkward for her. But if you're doing like more of like an aggro Ziggy, then I feel like that's maybe a bit better for you. Should simply cooking here. I think what we're doing is just like blocking Warmongers this turn. Could even play the Warmongers, although I don't know how much that actually matters. We'll see. But yeah, I think that's a good thing to note is that board. So what do we board in? Let's assume we're doing the Iris plan. Probably just like board in unmovables and like etchings, and then just cut the red dust is probably the plan. Like we just want to bring in extra blues and then have the block value probably. Something like that, I think. Alright, they got the Haze Bending out. If they give up tempo here, though, we could be in a really good spot. Like if they just like kind of peter out one turn, we just get to like go Shimmers, Haze Bending, or something gross. Okay, Twin Drive at me, sure. I think we're just gonna swing our 6 power weapon, right? That's the plan. Yeah, this deck's pretty gross. This is definitely a deck for like sickos. Rob, I don't know if you all know Rob from the podcast and just all in together. Most people know Rob. Rob's a great guy. He offered me like $15 to not stream this deck because I think this deck is like kind of toxic. I think he wants people to like not actually try to play this deck, which is hilarious.
I don't know if the deck's good, but it will ruin an armory.
Yeah, this is not the kind of deck that you're trying to like win nationals with. I think this is the kind of deck you're trying to ruin an armory with.
And you know, ruining an armory is priceless.
I thought Spectre Ziggy was gonna cop a ban because of how toxic it is. It is like very toxic. I'm like kind of surprised by a lot of these cards, but I don't know. It's funny, at least. It's like a goofy thing you can do. Just my type of deck. There are some sickos in the chat. I knew it. I knew they'd come out of the woodwork. But yeah, I think from here we're just gonna. So I'm a little bit scared of the Facebreaker. Should probably just try to like. Probably should be blocking out a little bit more realistically. We still got 7 more D-Reacts in the deck. We should be fine. Just my type of deck. The deck for sickos. Oh, I forgot to turn my lights on. Maybe that's why. Oh, that's way too bright. Hold on. You can get the other light.
Yeah, I can get the other.
Sorry, I forgot. I was playing a game earlier today against like the slowest Acilia player on Earth, and I was doing that right before the stream, and we got to like 5 minutes before the stream, and it was like kind of rough.
I was watching you play, and I was like, "Come, you gotta leave." And you're
Yeah.
like, "No, the cost
No,
has been
the
sunk."
cost has been sunk. Yeah, exactly.
The cost has been sunk.
Alright, this is a good blocking hand. I wonder how many times they're going to try to pump that Facebreaker, though. It's like my one concern. I guess we're about to find out. Probably going to have to like sit on the immovable for a little bit just to play out our dust. Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's fair. This deck is like kind of hilarious though. Like this is a good like turn your brain off and just kind of like fold your hand in front of everything, and then eventually you'll win with like a Shimmers or something. what I think about this deck. Okay, that boom grenade is not hitting in a million years. The thesis of this deck, yeah. I don't know. It's funny to play decks like this. I don't know that it's necessarily a good thing for the game or just people's enjoyment as a whole. But I know some people just like playing Enigma, so maybe this isn't that bad. Let me refresh. If they're just gonna put a counter on this, I think we're gonna like destroy them, right? We just like play out the dust and then send shimmers for 7 again. Seems pretty good. Oh no. Unless we draw like the worst hand of all time next turn, that's also entirely possible. So we do shimmers, pitch. We could also like attack with the haze bending if we realistically wanted to, but I think I like getting the dust online. Seems reasonable. I imagine they're probably gonna try to make like a big put. They can play this as an instant, right? Maybe they want to just like get more stuff on the board first. We could explode next turn. Definitely not denying that possibility. But we'll make them work for it at least. So yeah, I think there's still like a couple things I need to like figure out with this deck. I think this is like a lot more of a defensive version of the deck, but I feel like the combo deck might just actually be better. Like I was looking at Natan's video, which I'm gonna plug again by the way. Like, this video is really sick because there's like some nasty combos you can do with Gone in a Flash, which is kind of like where I thought the deck was kind of gonna go, is like some kind of Gone in a Flash direction. But I thought of it more like an Endless Arrow than anything. But like you can actually just do some like disgusting combos with it, which is kind of nuts. But yeah, Natan's video is really good. He walks through a lot of like the reason to play Refractor over like Aphrodite and stuff like that, which I think there's like, yeah, Aphrodite I feel like they, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it feels like the payoff isn't really there for Aphrodite, or like it doesn't really mesh well with like a lot of the other cards. Ooh, this hand's a little stinky. A little bit of stinky hand. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, Elliptical Conflux is in this deck to make an embodiment of lightning token that we're never going to attack with. We're just going to pump it into overcrowded, basically. Like, this card is just another +1 for overcrowded, which is kind of gross. Not enough cards you want to flicker for Aphrodite, yeah. I think that's true. It just feels like you're better off doing something else than Aphrodite a lot of the time. This hand's actually not that bad. Could be better, but could also be a lot worse. The one thing I'm scared about most, I guess, is the face breaker. I think our face might be getting broken here. So we could also like Crown of Province some of this away, which I think is reasonable. Draw like a blue, we're in like pretty good shape. So maybe we should try to get rid of, do we want this unmovable? I feel like we should try to get rid of like one of these yellows in our hand, try to draw like a blue or something. I think that seems reasonable. There could have been a ward card that has ward X, where X is equal to your lightning flow tokens. And then you just do Mirror Guy. Is that the joke? Ooh, there's an overcrowded. Which, I guess they have Spellbound Aegis tokens or whatever. Huh. Interesting. So we can Ziggy the Space Dust. I think I like that. Something like this. I think this is actually working, right? Kind of nasty. So our plan is to not let the Boom Grenade hit, ideally. But the Overcrowded actually fixes this hand pretty heavily, I feel like. And then we can just like pull Tunic to pay for unmovable if we need to. Yeah, this one's pretty gross. We also get the Haze Bending, notably, which is nasty. Probably not attacking with Shimmers next turn, but I don't think we really need to. Yeah, this is kind of a gross deck. I don't know. I'm still kind of a fan of Space Dust, even if you're playing like Refractor. Like, you kind of just like 2-card 7, and then you can like flicker on your turn. Like, it gives you like some excuse to play Lightning Flows, which are like kind of bad, but kind of okay sometimes. It's tricky. You want the heroes to be you don't want the heroes to be so strong like V1 Aurora, but you don't want them to feel like dead on arrival. Fragment is great in concept, but it needs something more to make it worth it. Yeah, it was missing like a couple enablers or something. Like I think the big problem was like Auric Shards was not good enough. Like if they had like a card that was like Auric, just like a little bit better, um maybe that gets like the architect there. I'm also gonna like shrink this slightly. Is that better, chat? Can't tell if that's better. I might have made that. Did I make that worse? Hold on. Let me do something like that. Okay. I don't know. Alright, what are they doing? Close and chain. Sure. Facebreak, I like the fact that Facebreaker is also like a good card now. I remember like seeing this card in Bright Lights and being like, oh, like this card would be so cool if there was like more support for it. But like it's cool that people are like now playing with this card in like the boost Teklas, which is pretty sweet. All right, medics, sure. So, oh, they used their Aegis token. Oh, that's not good for us. That means there's one less hit for the overcrowded. At least we can block with the overcrowded, which is maybe block 3. Still want to try to block out the boom grenade if possible. Could also just immovable this. What is the chance that they attack with something bigger afterwards? I don't have Hanabi. I guess it's like fairly likely. Do this plus static, I guess. And then just hold the immovable with Tunic. I think I don't mind this. Alright, we're in fatigue mode, I think. We'll just try to not pay a resource. I think we're just gonna try to swing shimmers when they give us an excuse to swing shimmers more than anything. I mean, it kind of makes sense that they're like going face, trying not to kill it. Ooh, pulse wave. Okay, sure. They have one more card. All right, I will show you my conflicts. I mean, immovable is like pretty nasty here. Love a good unmovable from Arsenal. All right, they just need like, we need them to brick on this card not being a 0 cost boost, which is fairly likely. They need like T-Bone, 0 to 60, heavy metal, hardcore or something. What are 0 costs? They have like the chain ender one. Yeah, Overcrowd's nuts in this deck. Like, I think regardless of the variant of Ziggy you're playing, like, you should just be playing Overcrowd as like a blue 3 block with upside. I can't play out the Hadron Collider. Alright, we're safe. We have stopped the boom grenade, which is good. One problem is we don't have any flows anymore, but that should be fine. But yeah, Overcrowded's like nuts in this deck. I think Natan is also running Overcrowded, which I think is like very smart. I'm wondering if Blast to Oblivion should be in Ziggy decks. There's not like a ton of payoff for bouncing your own auras is the problem. Like the payoff is like you kind of already have the ability to like bounce your own stuff with Ziggy, right? Like you don't need like more, like the way that you would use Blast is probably like reset the hollow counter or something, but like I feel like there's just like not enough payoff for that. Is what it feels like. I don't know. Unfortunately, we cannot etchings a shimmers, but I guess that's probably for the best, right? Would this deck play Cosmo if able? Probably. What does Cosmo say again? It's like your first spectral costs 1, and then you can like give all your stuff go again. I haven't read Cosmo in a million years. What does Cosmo say?
I don't remember.
Cosmo. Or I can't probably search it here. Okay, not legal.
So.
Base. Your attacks with one or more counters get go again. I don't know. There's not a ton of ways to like actually make counters in this deck. Is the only issue with that. I think we'll just give up the footies here. Maybe just pitch our blue and then like cycle this. I don't even know if we necessarily want to play the space. We could play the space dust. Seems relatively fine. But yeah, we probably should have just been on like fatigue from the very start if we saw them present boost tech low. True cyberbullying here. We'll take a little bit of damage here though, just because I don't know what the rest of their turn's gonna look like. Mainly just need to get rid of this Evo Facebreaker and then we're in like pretty much great shape. Not a fan of Ziggy Fragment. Fragment is a thing cool, yeah, but it definitely is missing something, yeah. That's what I noticed with, like, I think there are some Ziggy lists that are playing, like, the Fragment on top of, like, the Aura stuff, like, where you're doing, like, Refractor plus Fragment. I think Natan's also, like, hold on. Let me, like, pull up Natan's list just so you have, like, context. But I don't want to show his list without y'all watching his video, so go watch his video as well. But I think Natan's, like, running some amount of Fragments, like, just in the blue slot, which is, like, that's kind of like an indication that like Fragment's kind of like undercooked, right? It's like you're only running it really in your blue base. It's just like a thing to do. It feels like there wasn't really like a lot of support for Fragment, which was a bit unfortunate. Oh yeah, hey Natan, I've been trying to shout you out like 2 or 3 times this stream, but yeah, just another shout out while we have everyone in the stream here. Go watch Natan's video. Natan, you've got, I think, a better build than I have. Like, this is, like, a very, like, aggressive build that also has, like, a lot of combo potential, which I think is really cool. I'm playing, like, the boring Enigma build. Scott had a good list. Oh, nice. Scott, Howling Mines. That's pretty sweet. Is that on, like, TCG Player or something? Let me see if I can pull that up. Don't like TCG Player, but I do like Scott. Let's see. How do you, like, see articles on TCG? I like don't actually think I've ever read like a TCG Player article, if I'm being honest. Articles. Content for Flesh and Blood. Oh, Ziggy, yeah. How to upgrade Armory deck Ziggy. Yeah, Scott also apparently was doing. Oh, it looks like he's on like an Aphrodite kind of build. Maybe. Oh, cool. Interesting. Yeah, the deck is really cool, Natan. Like the Phantasmal Symbiosis thing. Like when I was watching your video earlier on my other account, like Phantasmal Symbiosis making Lightning Flows into Illusionist cards to swing Refractor after you get a bunch of action points is like kind of sweet. Yep, I think that's Natan. Natan has been a die-hard Illusionist Oldhim player. Oh, they're just like passing. Interesting. Huh. Did not expect pass. I guess it's still fine though. We should basically still be winning here. Probably. Oh, you call everyone by first name Aurora? That's fair. They can easily, as cards as a payoff to opponent triggering fragment, gain 2x4 for each fragment trigger. I feel like it's not even... It's not even the fragment payoff that's the issue, I feel like, for fragment, right? Like, it feels like there's not really an incentive to make your opponent, like, want to block fragment a lot of the time because the cards are, like, so weirdly statted, right? It's like 0 for 5, no go again, and then you just, like, take 5 damage because, like, taking 5 damage is fine. A lot of the time. How's it going, Laser Witch? We're playing some Enigma today. How goes the Teklo? The Teklo's going pretty good, Rose. How goes the gravy stuff? I know you've been working pretty hard on that. All right, we got a heist. I'm trying to not move the screen. All right, boom grenade arsenal, so we should block this. Oh, we can actually like cosmic duality to flicker the corrosive is kind of nasty. That's kind of disgusting. So how do we block this efficiently? I think that's the play, right? We do discard, pitch, flicker, do the thing. Seems good. We're overblocking by 1, but that should be fine. So target Teklo. Hard work, me never. Fair. Might need to jump ship to Gravy for Nats. Been thinking about it a lot. I don't think Marlin's in that bad of a spot, though. If Gravy's good, then I'm a little concerned. Which I think Gravy is, like, pretty alright. OMG, this thumbnail. I like the thumbnail. I put a decent amount of brain effort into the thumbnail. People like the Darkness Devil. I'm thinking about jumping ship to Gravy. I don't know if I'm quite there yet. I need to like play more Marlin. 10 out of 10, yeah. Tegan doesn't even know. Well, Tegan like knows that's like a bad thing that happens, but Tegan's not like actually read the Chainsaw Man manga.
I usually don't read mangas.
Yeah, Tegan's not a manga person. Chat, if Enigma was alive today, she'd be looking up at us. Or I get no, sorry. If she hold on, I punted.
You'll figure it out.
I punted the delivery of the joke. If Enigma, or so Enigma is dead, right? So Enigma is currently looking up at us from Illusionist Heaven. That's the joke I was trying to make. Couldn't quite get it out though. I've ruined it. I mean, Tegan was fine with the Flesh and Bad. Just don't misuse your compass like your other half, and you're good. Hey, Tegan has top 8'd a ProQuest before. Tegan's good at the game. If I were to play Gravy, I'd also probably misuse my compass half the time. Let's be real. I think Tegan's better at it than me.
I don't misuse my compass.
Yeah, Tegan doesn't misuse the compass. All right, last Facebreaker, and then we're basically good here. You pick on everyone you like. That's fair. That's fair. Let's give them, I guess, the footies. I can't block with the calming gesture, unfortunately. I guess it's basically the same. I'm almost sure that they cannot kill us at this point. Unless they, like, fabricate into singular... Like, fabricate, get a base evo here, destroy... no, there's no way, right? They can't destroy their Teklo Foundry card. I was thinking if they, like, could, like, get rid of their Teklo Foundry card somehow, and then, like, if they had, like, 2 slots open, they could do, like, the double base thing, and then put Singularity on or something. I don't know. I think it's Jover for them. Your reaction to Gravy might be better positioned. You reckon that Gravy might be better positioned than Marlin for Nats. I'm asking myself the question personally. Weird thing is my Nats may have no victors. That's true. Yeah. So okay. So here's the way I think about it. So Victor's probably one of the best decks, right? For Nats while he's legal. Because they didn't touch the deck at all, and then they like kind of hit Acilio, which was like kind of on par with Victor. So Victor's looking really strong, right? Also, we got we got the Restless Shimmers combo. Gross. So yeah, I feel like I don't know. So apparently, what's been happening with Victors is that they're even able to just beat Gravies now at this point, which is kind of weird. But I don't know if Marlon's necessarily better at like beating victors than, I don't know. I guess the question is the real question about whether or not I should play Gravy is like, can I learn Gravy to a competent level in 2 weeks? I feel like the answer to that's probably no. But yeah, I think Gravy's probably a much better position. I mean, Marlon's never well positioned. You know what I mean? Let's be real, chat. Okay, so we have the Restless plus the Shimmers, which is pretty gross. Oh, you have to play it like what's the strat into Victor now? I've heard that matchup is like still a little bit tough for Gravy, but could be wrong. It's just what I've been hearing through the grapevine. Marlon is the coolest cope deck in the game. I feel like I'm probably just playing Marlon just for content purposes, but like, I don't know. I want to try to do as well with Marlon as I possibly can, but there's sometimes I think there's like a lot of progress we've made on the deck though. That's what I will say. There's some fun Marlon developments happening right now. We still just gotta like figure out like some things. Lots of things to explore with Marlon. You think I can learn Gravy? Interesting. Let's keep blocking, I guess. Alright, we'll give them Footies plus Tunic. I feel like maybe I should just like put out a poll. Do like a Discord poll, kind of like Aggro did, but the choice is between like Gravy and Marlon. I could see myself doing that, honestly. Plus Tegan is a fearless believer, so I support them. Aw. Just a reminder on pronouns in chat. Tegan's got pronouns. Alright, let's do... Alright, T-Bone, Prevention.
How the fuck does this work?
But yeah, Gravy, like I'm kind of thinking about doing a poll between Gravy and Marlon in the Discord and just not kind of like seeing, like, I think if I want to do like, if I'm trying to be in top 8 of like Nats or something, right, I probably should be playing Gravy. If I want to style on people, I should be playing Marlon. Oh, you're good. Let's do, so, you're a great Flesh and Blood player. Gravy's hard because of fundamentals are hard and require a bit of different mindset, but I think you have the skills to do it. I think, okay, I think that's what I'm going to do for my deck choice. Is I'm going to, like, put a poll in the Discord, like, am I playing Marlon or Gravy? And we'll have people vote on it. Democracy in action. We saw how well that actually went with the Silver Age voting, right? I mean, I think, like, the voting was, like, actually fine-ish. I think. Maybe. Zach didn't have a choice. We chose for him. Fair. I do like Restless a lot in this deck. Restless is kind of broken. Eventually we will kill them with Shimmers. It might just be in a couple turns from now. I'm probably taking the day off work tomorrow. I'm going to be doing nothing but fab. So if you like any help with the Gravy stuff, let me know. I might explore. I want to see, like... I might, like, try to play a little Gravy tonight just to see, like, how bad I am at that deck. Like, I'm wondering what my, like, base competency for that deck is. Also, I think we had the... Alright, missed 1 damage. I think I could Phantasmal again, right? You think Restless is bad? This card's a 0 for 4. 0 for 4 instant. It's crazy. I think Restless is pretty good. We also have Etchings in this deck, which I think makes it a bit better. Like, it being 0 cost is, like, fairly relevant, I feel like. So, okay, we got the Hobby. Sure. Man, this just put a doubt in my mind about Nats. My Marlin is good, but I really want to win my Nats. I think I can, but, like, people here love to play Warrior, and that kind of stinks. I think Marlin's not in as bad of a spot as a lot of people think she is, if that makes sense. I think, like, the Marlin deck has actually gotten a bit better since I think we last did a video. Like, I think there is, like, I think the best players are, like, actually, like, very favored into Victor, which is kind of crazy. Like, the paper data for Fab Blazing doesn't show that, but, like, Ben is, like, I think 70% win rate into Victor or something like that, like 70, 80. So, like, if you're just trying to beat, like, Victors and maybe even, like, new, like, I think Marionette's also, like, kind of gotten a bit better. Maybe not, like, fully all the way better, but, like, decent bit better. I don't know. Ben is a monster, he doesn't count. That's true. But, like, Ben's really good at the game. And, like, if I can pilot against Victor, I feel like, if I'm just trying to beat Victors, I feel like Marlin actually might be the best thing to do, because I feel like that matchup's, like, a little bit more suspect. If I'm, like, playing Gravy, like, it seems like it's a very technical matchup now, and, like, I might not have the time to get enough reps on it, if that makes sense. But yeah, like, I feel like I could probably, like, get to the point against Victor where I'm feeling, like, pretty confident, and then win from that. Also, this has been, wait, has this been, how long has this game been going on for? It's like a 40-minute Teklo game. Oh my god. I'm kind of tempted to just concede at this point, because, like, all right, chat, we've won this game, right? Almost sure, assuredly.
No, see it through.
Yeah, I have to see it through.
Why not?
You would like to watch this guy's stream instead? That's fair enough. I mean, this guy's gonna be losing in, like, 3 turns, probably. But in my eyes, Victor as a Syndra goes tall and can't always clear your board. That's fair. I feel like I feel like the Victor Gravy matchup supposedly is, like, not that bad for Victor. That's what I've been hearing. Could definitely be wrong, though. Wait, did they just undo their, like, entire turn? Oh boy. That's why he started bringing D-Rex in. Not as bad as it used to be. I am with Tegan. You made it. I have to see it through. Okay, that's what you're saying. Gotcha. Yeah, it's still not amazing. I don't think our opponent can win, but I also don't want to sit here for another 5 minutes. I'm impatient, but I guess I'll see it through for the content, I suppose. All right, but we're only doing quick games from now on. No more slow games. Zero slow games. All right, moving sure. Our opponent wants to play out all their cards. Fair enough. At least Iris will finish them quickly. Oh, Marionette is like the... Okay, basically, cool. Thanks. Who has a better Mario matchup, Marlin or Gravy? I feel like Marlin's actually, like, kind of decent to Marionette. I don't know. I've been doing, like, fairly well across some different lists into Marionette. Like, it feels like the matchup is kind of like... I don't want to say it's like flipped, but like I feel like you can skill gap in that matchup really hard, and I also feel like there's a lot of high roll potential on the Marlon side. Like I guess there's high roll potential on both sides, but like um it just kind of feels like a comfortable matchup for Marlon. Like I feel like I have to like relearn what to do into like Gravy or whatever. Oh, hold on. We have a question about Marlon in the chat. Sorry, give me a sec. Generally, how do you beat Mario as Marlon? Like, I don't think you can do it hyper consistently, but I feel like I fundamentally misunderstand the game plan. Um, so basically, you run sharp, like you run both the King harpoons, right? And then you just try to like roll them super hard, basically. Um, Good luck, have fun. What do we want to do in this matchup? This is a Tunic matchup. I feel like we almost want like AB2-ish. I guess we do have AB2, right? We can just do that. Phantasmaclasm could be good. I guess if we're running Iris, we should actually board out the Space Dust and maybe like bring in the Clasms and see. Maybe the Etchings are also coming in. Do like a little something like this. Let's try this. Oh, sorry, we need one more card. Another Etchings. There we go. But yeah, you run like both the King Krakens, and then you kind of just like try to go second and high roll them basically. Like load an arrow, flip it. The one thing that's actually changed about that matchup, right? Is that sorry, thinking about this turn. The one thing that's changed about that matchup is actually the sorry, I'm thinking about this. Let's go. I think we're just gonna set up like 2 lightning flows, right? Solitary Companion, that's not a good card. But the thing that's changed about the matchup is actually like the new boots from the set. The new shoes are kind of crazy. Like having the ability to like prevent the first dagger flick is like kind of huge. So if I control no other illusion swords, put through counters on it, sure. So we do control. I guess we can like arsenal that. Can do. Interesting. Let's do something like this and maybe just like IP with the shelter and let the this go. That seems fine. I imagine this is gonna die at some point. Yeah, the prevention shoes are like really big actually. Like I feel like that's like not single-handedly like fix the matchup, but like it's done a lot of work, I will say. I think we're just doing this for the value, right? I don't think we like care about playing out shimmers. Like I think we're just like attacking in, right? Maybe. I don't know. No, not the draft shoes. Oh yeah, Omnisword, yeah. Omnisword I think is kind of like mandatory for Marlon now. As long as like Marionette's still a deck. Ooh, Cloud Cover, okay. I feel like we're maybe just like ordering better than our opponent. But we'll see. Kind of just like clear their ward so that they can't go as wide. Yeah, the new shoes are like kind of nuts. I still need to like find a copy of those because I imagine I don't know if they're gonna like go super high up in price, but I don't think they're like chase legendary status, but they're like I need to find a copy status. Ooh, we got the Etchings shield combo. Do I actually even want to block here? I don't know that I do. I think this might be just like a situation where we do get down Mr. President Spectral Shield and just like let our ores go. Seems reasonable. Yeah, I'll probably find a copy of Nats or something. I need to like pick up like kind of all the new cards at this point. Okay. I think this will work out pretty well. So what do we do here? We go Warmongers, pitch, shield. Am I counting? Yeah, we have Tunic, right? We do this, pitch. There we go. I think. Am I counting this right? Wait, no. Am I not? Hold on. Maybe I'm not counting this right. I thought I could, wait, hold on. Sorry. One more time. Wait, we do... Hold on. Sorry. Back 1 second. Hold on. Trying to go... There we go. Okay. We do this. Can we play out the... And then we pitch here? I want to, like, double swing. Is that not possible? I guess I, like, pitched the etchings then. Okay, maybe the etchings were bad. That's fine. Sure. So do this, and then we clear the bending with this, I think. I need to get out of the mindset of, like, playing with Refractor, because there are a lot more Iris matchups, I feel like. Let's see if we can get, like, a Refractor matchup next.
Oh, is this the mirror?
The mirror, yeah.
How miserable.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Surely. You just gotta do gross illusionist things and snowball, right? Okay, they have their own Stardust Spike. It's a little concerning. Sure. Oh, Rage Spectre as well. Interesting. Okay, into the Chimera. Sure. I think Chimera is, like, fine. We just kind of need to clear their reward at this point. The one downside is we did let our board go, so their board's going to be, like, easier to defend now. So I think we're behind now. Probably. Okay, we do have the double swing next turn, which is good. So I think we're gonna let this go one more time. We could also shock them with the Cosmic Duality, but that means that we can't then play anything into follow-up. So I think we're just gonna let this go. If you want to play a gravy game, you're welcome to use my list from the Cincinnati 5K. If you want to send me that just in like the Flesh and Bad Discord or whatever, feel free. I might try to just kind of feel my way around that list. Ooh, Metamorph as well. Okay, they're kind of beat the shit out of me. Oh no, do they have the better Ziggy deck? It's possible. Spooky. Alright, we can still come back here. We just need to make the biggest board, right? That's what it's all about. Yeah, I feel like the big attacks are actually kind of sweet in this deck.
Like Phantasmaclasm, for instance?
Yeah.
I told you so.
Well, I wasn't sure if you're supposed to play that in this matchup, though. Yeah, taking 2. I think they're also doing the thing where they're not like really generating any flows or whatever, which is probably smart. Any flows are bad. Like, I feel like the flows, like, I think the flow stuff is actually really good with like Refractor, but with Iris it's like a lot worse, it kind of feels like. They're keeping their one Spectral, which is good. So if we can kind of just run them out of auras, we can kind of claw this back. We did get their Tunic, which I think is also pretty big. Alright, let's go for the Shelter. I think I was trying to get like too cute on the Etching's turn was maybe the downfall of this game. Okay, we can block this. I believe we're just giving them Phantasmaclasm and just keeping our stuff around for as long as possible. Seems wise. So you get to put back a Lightning Instance on top and then Restless. Okay, sure. Kind of curious why they didn't keep the Restless there. Because now they have to like defend it again, which is kind of awkward. Huh. Interesting. So the nice part is we get to go 4/4. Arsenal D-React. Defend the board. What do they put on top again? Hold on, I think I might have missed it. They put back a... Maybe it's too far up. Resolving... Haven't played it. They're resolving the ability of Unwind Finality. Okay, they chose Stardust Spike, I think. Makes sense. Sure. We will simply defend the board here. Oh, thanks, Rose. All right, their board is now clear, so that is a good thing for us. So now we just gotta win from this spot. I mean, I think we're like in an okay-ish place, right? All right, pitching Fearless, I think is good for us. So let's go ahead and sink, and then probably just get rid of this Static Shelter, try to find something a little bit better. Okay, this is good, I think. Does this do anything? I don't think it does, right? Because these are weapon attacks? Or hold on. How does Warmongers actually work? If you choose war, the only actions they may play, but it's the only actions you can play. So each or player activate during the turn or weapon. So these are weapon attacks, right? Hold on. The fusion stars you control are weapons. So these are weapon attacks, so this is fine to choose war. Okay, figured out. We read. Don't fall into the cheating scoundrels trap, you're welcome. Oh, are you not running cheating anymore? That's kind of sick.
You crazy.
Tegan says you crazy. I kind of get that, though, I think. I think I get that. Not running cheating seems pretty interesting. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, your welcome was for sharing the list. Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry, misinterpreted that. Okay, so you're only running 2 cheating scoundrels. Okay, that makes sense. I think. Don't want to go like all in on the cheatings. I think it's fair.
It depends on how many attacks you want.
Let's go for the sink here, I guess. I think I want to sink this Phantasmaclasm just for a blue, so we can just keep beating in. We got Nate watching the game as well. Truly disgusting stuff going on here. Alright, Shelter, sure. I mean, we do have the bigger board, which is nice here, so like snowballing from this spot is like pretty favorable for us, I feel like. Alright, Shelter, sure. Yeah, I think two cheating seems pretty good. God, illusionist mirrors fucking suck. I'm glad that we're winning though, potentially. Maybe. Maybe the Phantasmaclasm's gonna have something to say about that. Then we have like our own Phantasmaclasm. I guess they could bottom it or whatever. Things to think about, I guess. Okay, another Fate's actually kind of a good draw. Could actually like Crown. Crown makes sense. I feel like the big thing here is like we kind of have to treat it like they don't have a board, so we don't have to have a board as well. But I think we should try to snowball at least like a little bit here. I feel like we can let like one of our auras die. Does that seem reasonable? I think that seems reasonable. Like let one of the nourishings go at this point because we can't even like swing with double. Oh, haze bending is a good draw for next turn, probably. We'll keep that one. And then just double fate. Oh, a lot of greedy players I've noticed only play cheating when they have something to discard or don't get full value out of the card. That's what I was meaning. Oh, okay, gotcha. I feel like that can definitely probably be like a bit of a trickier thing. So I think what we're doing is just I kind of want to just arsenal the Clasm and like save it for the turn where they want to try to set up a board. I think that's the plan. Like maybe try to take a reset turn next turn or something. Just play out the other Stardust Spike. Notably, we can actually use the amp on the Space Dust, which is kind of cool. Alright, Restless, sure. Oh, we do have our manifestations, actually. Maybe that's what we're going to be doing instead. Like, let these go, play out Spectral Manifestations, and then go into, like, Haze Bending or something. I don't like that, because Spectral Manifestations is kind of like a fucked up card. So let the 2 dusts go. Unfortunately, we're not able to use the Hate B or anything here. Okay, Shimmer, sure. We could actually just use the 2 floating just to like gain a life. It's not super appealing. I think we don't care. God, I miss playing Illusionist cards. Give us back Enigma. Enigma's here! We have Enigma. We have Enigma at home. It's fine. Complaining about not having it. Like, this is Enigma, right? It's totally Enigma. Oh, right. Oh, hold on. Oh, we need to let this go. Oh, did I... Wait, what did I do? Oh, I see what I did. Ah, I punted. Okay, that's fine. That's probably... Well, actually, we can, like, just do this, right? No, we're still fine. This deck can't play Mirror Guy. We kind of have Mirror Guy with the Spectral Manifestations. I think I'm supposed to take their blue here, right? I guess they can always like sink below into something, but taking the blue means that they can't attack us, which I think seems good. And they can't pop this with the Metamorph, notably. So their ward's going, probably, and then just get to ruin the rest of their hand. Okay, so we attack with... It's not really a way to play out like both of these, though, is the issue. Like, what I wanted to do was like play out Haze Bending also somehow, but I don't think that's happening. Yeah, I think we're just like killing their Shimmers, Arsenal. No, maybe we're pitching Haze Bending. I don't know. This deck like makes me lose my sanity sometimes.
I wish it.
Alright, so we're arsenaling the Spectral here, hoping that they kind of clear our board a bit. Oh, and we have etching, so we win the game. Probably. I think what we're supposed to do is try to fish for another blue here. Because then we get to do the nasty thing. Alright, so we're going to build our own mirror guy here. See? And then we're going to just carry this mirror guy to victory. Yeah, Spectral Manifestations, as it turns out, still kind of a fucked up card. They could, like, keep their whole hand and then keep us off of this, though, would be, like, a little bit annoying. Alright, go etchings. Alright, we built a mirror guy. Now we just need to protect the mirror guy. Alright, blocking is a good sign. Blocking is a good sign. Yeah. Okay. Can they clear mirror guy in 3 cards? I doubt it. Let's play our mirror guy. Okay, Phantasmacosmic is a good start. Sure. Alright, we're going to defend this Spectral Shield with our entire life, though. Okay, so they took a Ripple, that makes sense. We then do this. Shelter, swing, Arsenal, Flow Tide. Seems good. I don't think they can clear it. We're good. We're gonna ride the Spectral Shield to victory. We're gonna hope to ride the Spectral Shield to victory. I mean, I think we're in an advantageous position right now.
That's a big boy.
It's a big boy.
You should adjust the card thing.
Oh, did it get messed up again? Hold on. Sorry, I was looking at chat. Is that better? No, I ruined it again. Why does this keep happening? Hold on. Is that better? That's most, no. Hold on, I gotta like fix this one more time. Sorry, opponent. Okay, that's a little bit better. It's still like kind of off. Whatever. I think I'm just gonna play this out. I guess I could have like Arsenal at first. I don't know. Too busy fixing my overlay. Alright, so let me stretch this a little bit here. Is that better? Nope, still not quite there. Alright, the Metamorph. So we can block 4 here. We could play the Restless and take a counter off of it. I don't think that's unreasonable. I could also just block with the Shoes, right? And that will cover with the Flow Tide. So we're blocking 4 here, 5, 7. Yep, that seems good. Was someone saying that Restless was bad in this deck, by the way? How do we shame this person? Who said Restless was bad earlier? Because Restless is not a bad card right now. This is like the dream Restless scenario. Don't actually shame them, though. It's probably someone I actually like. Let's do Spectral. What counters am I supposed to move off this thing? I guess we just turn this into protect the Restless Coalescence now. The Spectral Shield has served its purpose. Now we're just dealing 20 damage between 2 auras. So, yep, that's fine. Restless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that seems correct. And then we get to do this now. Oh, this is disgusting. How do people like playing this class? Crazy. Do we take 1 counter off? Give them like a little bit of hope? I think we take 1 counter off. I think we can live with a 9 power Restless, I think. Yeah, this is disgusting. This is like, I actually want to throw up. So someone like send this to Rob and just like see his reaction. All right, they got 2 cards in hand. Yeah, they're scooping it up. Okay.
This is like
Yeah, this is the Enigma mirror basically. Oh god, I hate this. This is disgusting. What were they cooking? They need more auras in this deck. Like, you gotta play like spectral manifestations for sure in this deck, right?
This is why Tide Moss did.
This is why time exactly.
It's very funny because they're like, yeah, we acknowledge that this could have been a deck, and we're just heading off at the pass, and it's still kind of.
It's still kind of a deck, yeah. Yeah, this is like actually vomit-inducing. Who else in chat missed astral etching spectral manifestation into fucking Restless Coalescence? All right, we got Marlon. Oh, we're playing against Nate probably. All right, let's see, Nate, what you got. All right, we're gonna bring in all the slop reacts, and I think this is a refractor matchup probably. CNC Crown of Province seems good. Footy's probably not good. We'll probably bring in Quick Dodge, and then Hold the Line seems good. Warmonger seems good. Is there any card we want to cut in this match? Oh, we probably want CNC as well. Do we want CNC? Nah, let's just run like this and see how it goes. Alright, Nate's showing off the tech. Okay, 3 oak, that's a good start. Good start to the game. So let's give him the shimmers here. And then just take 9. Not ideal, but we can like just Warmongers next turn potentially. We might want to try to make the Warmongers as like annoying as possible. Like we might not actually want to play it out next turn. Let's go. So the one downside here is that we can't really swing with the corrosive just yet because it doesn't have go again. I think we're just gonna set the haze bending and make him deal with it. I'm gonna save the Warmongers from like the opportune time. Oh, Spectral Manifestation is probably what we want to cut in this matchup. Oh damn, the Warmongers actually would have gone crazy there though. The space dusts are a little early, I will say. Slightly inconvenient. So currently I have Ward. Do need to stop this gold, I think. So how do we stop the gold? We probably have to quick dodge this, honestly. So we do like double block with the corrosive plus quick dodge. This isn't super appealing to me. Okay, now we might not need a quick dodge, or do we? So we play the Flow Tide out, do this. Then we can just play out both of these auras and just let them go. These space dusts were kind of lined up a little awkward, but I think that's maybe okay. Maybe we still want to do quick dodge though. Let's do quick dodge instead. Yeah, I think this works. All right, so Flow Tide goes, Corrosive goes, and then that goes as well. Okay, I think this works out. Get a gold too, which is fun. So now it's going to be on Nate to figure out a way to get through this. I guess we could have also kept an arsenal there. That was probably a mistake. This is why Tide Maw was banned. There's nothing wrong with this. This is fine. Okay, we have the spectral manifestations as well. Fascinating. So let's go for the corrosive here. Then we can Fleeing Star Breeze into another swing. It's pretty good. Star Breeze, yeah. This is why I think Star Breeze is also just like mandatory, especially if you're playing Refractor, because you get to like just do a second swing randomly. Having a 0 for 6 tends to be pretty good. Nate is going to be setting up an arsenal here. Okay, so... Oh, we can flicker the Starbreeze now. Oh, that's actually really good. Let's just get rid of the unmovable for now, I think. We can't actually... No, we can swing still. So let's do Ziggy, Pitch. How do we do this? I guess it doesn't really matter. Flicker the Starbreeze. Sorry, 1 second. Hold on. And attack with the haze bending. Seems pretty good. Yeah, Tidewall being manned, I think, makes a fair bit of sense here. I trusted Nate to beat me, though. Alright, Cannon. King Shark, sure. It's, like, kind of fine. So, don't have to worry about blocking out the gold necessarily. I think we probably just, like, let this go. Oh, you play out the flow tide to get another blow seems kind of good here. Like, I ideally want... Oh, I think we, like, play... Hold on. There's a line here. So we play out the Stardust Spike. And I think we sink below this. No, I think this is the line, right? So we let this spike go, let the shield go, do something a little like this. Okay, I think this makes sense. Alright, haze bending, and then we got the flow tide to potentially make another spectral next turn. It's pretty nasty. The overcrowded also might end up being brutal here. It kind of depends on his setup over there. Yep, salvage is good. I mean, Marlon can send 14-ish decently well with overpower. Yeah, I think Nate's still, like, in a fine spot here. Well, okay, the haze bendings are actually pretty brutal, though. Let's be real. Alright, we're getting a little goldpin value here. Okay, so he made a gold this turn, so he wants this to hit, obviously. This blocks 3. Can we full block this turn? So this would block 6. I feel like stopping the gold is definitely... I think we can cover this road, though, right? 6 here. We play on another 6 and let the haze bendings just get blown up. Sure, seems fine. So we go Stardust, Circular, and then we need to pay another 2, so just casually do all this. Yep, seems good. I'm having fun. I don't even think that was a particularly good hand. Just ended up being kind of funny. Little toxic, not gonna lie. I'm playing this as if I'm like playing against, because I dabble in Marlin. I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm playing this as if I was playing against myself and like what would be the most annoying thing that I can do, basically. Interesting. Do I want to discard here? Probably. I feel like playing out the Space Dust is probably a little too cute. I think we'll just like play this out and just like hold this, double D react or something, plus Overcrowded. Overcrowded's fucking brutal, by the way. This card is like kind of messed up. Alright, interesting going for the shallow water. Okay, so how many? Okay, let's count this overcrowd. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the base 2. Or no, sorry. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're 7, right? Yep, seems gross. Not too bad. And then we can probably just attack with a haze bending here. Maybe I should play this for now. It's maybe a good point. This deck is like, I don't think this deck is actually good. I say as I like have a million fucking auras out. I kind of like think that though. I don't know. This deck feels like beatable, I guess. Overcrowded for 7 was not like, I think if you're not playing like, I think if you're not playing 3 of Overcrowd in your Ziggy deck, there's probably something wrong. Like, you should absolutely just be playing as many Overcrowdeds as you possibly can. Notably, I will eventually run out of D-Reacts here, but not today. But yeah, the haze, like, I think even going off an Arsenal here is, like, kind of disgusting, because, like, he doesn't really want to give me back an Overcrowded, right? This is also why the embodiment of lightning is kind of relevant, right? Where we're playing the one that makes the embodiment instead of, like, the ponder one or whatever, is I just want to, like, keep this around forever. Right, catch. Me looking at, like, a 3-oak turn or something. Oh, Codex. Okay. So we could ripple away this, or we could just get back our Overcrowded. I think I'm not even supposed to ripple this. Is that crazy? I don't think that's crazy. I'm, like, kind of okay getting Overcrowded for 7 back, right? Seems pretty alright. It's going for the King Shark. Which means, I guess, we do discard the ripple away. Seems fine. Alright, so we do block. This is currently blocking for 7 again, I believe, unless I'm missing something. So we Static Shelter, turn this to 2, and then we like Cosmic Duality swing or something like that. Or we could even Warmongers if we wanted to. Let's feel the vibe out. Oh, did I miscount? Hold on. This is still probably fine though. So you can Static here, pull Tunic. Okay, want to create a flow. I guess we just like flicker the flicker just to get this out of our hand. Interesting. Sure. I guess we'll just flicker. Idle something like that. I didn't think about the flow just being an uninteractable token you can swing with Refractor. No, you can't swing it with Refractor unless you turn it Illusionist somehow. So that's why Phantasmal Symbiosis is pretty rough. But yeah, I think we're just going to Warmongers here. We also have like 3 embodiments up for some reason. So he's choosing peace. We'll do war. Have a little bit more fun. I think I'm supposed to just ripple this away. Kind of brutal. Yeah, so you need to like turn the Lightning Flow Illusionist somehow is the trick. But yeah, this deck is fucking toxic. I hate this deck. The fact that this deck exists makes me kind of upset. Let's go for Haze Bending attack into just playing out a Nourishing Glow. So the biggest thing is we need to like make sure we're not getting fatigued here. Could also pop my Calming Gesture, but I don't think we're quite at that point yet. Yeah, this deck's like kind of disgusting. A little gross. Just the casual million D react hand here. Okay, let's let our auras die. I was kind of low on Ziggy after the armory deck, but this looks sick actually. Do not think this is sick. This is like a cautionary tale. I'm not playing this deck to showcase how sick it is. I'm playing this deck to showcase like how broken this is. As a long-time Enigma enjoyer, welcome back, Enigma. I know. I hope you all enjoyed the thumbnail. Because holy, this deck is kind of toxic. Okay, coming in for 11. We need a swing, so we do. How do we clear, or how do we cover this the best? I guess we just like dump our hand. Use all our D-reacts, I guess. Let's just have go again. So he could get back nothing that I care about. Sure. Alright, that's covered, and then go into a Redfin. Okay, clearing a haze spinning. That makes sense. Sure. Alright, let's keep on swinging in. I did a pretty good job, I think, of denying the gold this game, which I think is pretty important. I'm kind of like halfway tempted to pop a calming gesture at some point, but I don't think we need to do it just yet. Oh, 3-0 plus hold the line is kind of brutal. Not even mentioning the overcrowded that's casually parked here. Ooh, rum. Wait, what are we doing with rum? Okay, so the hold line blocks 5. The Fate Foreseen blocks 4. So quick illusionist math. How much does the overcrowd block for? The overcrowd blocks for 5 currently, so that's 5 plus 5. Thinking about this real quick. Alright, so we always block with the overcrowd because it's King Shark Harpoon, right? Seems wise. And then what's the Gogan for? Am I missing something? He played 3-oak, right? Okay, I have no idea what this other card is then. So we block overcrowded and just see what happens. Alright, so 5 here, so 7 total, and then we need an extra. I guess we just like play the whole line now to get the value out of it. I'll let them map the pre-med, I think. Should be fine. Interesting. I could have also played the Star Breeze. Maybe that was better. Yeah, I think. Oh, actually, wait. Hold on. We can do something gross here. Oh, immovable is not the draw. That's fine still. We just like swing. Just do this, I guess. Sure. Casual block 14, yeah. Happens to the best of us. Well, if there's any consolation in this, Nate, I don't know if you're watching. Maybe we want to tie it. Just a thought. If this deck ends up being good, which I don't know. I don't think this deck is actually good. I'm kind of praying that this deck isn't real, because holy, it's kind of toxic. Oh boy. Okay, so we're coming in with the hook. Yeah. Seems good. Keep that, I think. Seems reasonable. And then we can just like start breeze for 10. This deck falls to aggro decks. I believe it. I think this deck, from what I understand, loses to Victor, which is kind of crazy, just because like Victor has so many good numbers. But like maybe it preys on the fatigue Victor, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, but this is kind of brutal. Not gonna lie. This makes me not want to play Marlin and oh god. Yeah. 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 I just don't think there's a way for him to win from this spot. 30-1 with like a board.
Oh, that's miserable what you're doing. I just clicked over.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, wait, I can flicker. Oh, okay. Wait, he's just dead. There's no way. I can flicker the Starbreeze again, right? Or no, I can't attack, though. Right. I need another blue. Not quite dead. But dead adjacent, I would probably say. Okay, so now we can kill him, right? There we go. I believe so. 2 here, pay. Discuss. I guess we're not killing. No, we're not killing him. We only have the one flow is the awkward part. If we had another flow, we can kill him. Enchanted Quiver. Okay, so Quiver does mean that we can't kill him with that. So let's go ahead and just pitch here, flicker the breeze. Give this go again. Then we can like play out Stardust swing or something. Not thinking about it too hard. Another point on the board for playing Gravy. It's oh god. There's sometimes streams I have where I don't think we discovered this deck necessarily. Like I think people have been onto this deck for a while, but there are certain decks that we play where it's like
pretty much any illusionist someone will try to
yeah.
this thing. Like it's not a
okay, so like this is like a fundamental problem with the game itself. Like I don't know if Theory X should just be in the game at this point. Another point on the board for I'll peep the list after the stream, Rose. But yeah, this is just like kind of fucking disgusting. Yeah, I don't know. No comment. This is just like not a list that like should be allowed. Like okay, like putting this list aside, like okay, let me formulate my thoughts. Whether or not this list is good doesn't actually matter. It's like, is this list something that should be allowed to be done in the game? And I feel like the answer to that question is no. Like, this is, like, not a good play experience, right? Like, chat, are you agreeing with me here? Like, I think, like, there's something that's, like, not super interactable. Like, maybe this does full aggro, sure, but, like, I don't know. As, like, a non-illusionist player, I feel like this is, like, not actually, like, a thing that you should allow, right? That's what it feels like to me. Again, I know there's some sickos in the chat. I know you all love Enigma. But, like, goddamn, that felt like just a slaughter. And Nate's, like, a great player. Like, Nate's a very good player. Yeah, like this is one of those things where it's like, I don't know if you should be allowed to do this, even if it's not good. Alright, playing against an Aurora. Like, that's my core problem, is like, regardless of whether or not you think this deck is, like, good or not, which it probably isn't, like, let's be real. Is this, like, a thing that should be allowed? Like, probably not. Okay, so we're gonna do the Dust plan, and then what are we gonna cut in this matchup? The Restlesses are maybe bad without the Spectrals. Let's see you run, like, a clean 60 like this and kind of just see how that works out. And so maybe seems good. If I was new to the game and was told this was a deck, I might actually quit playing Fab. It's only funny because we all know it's bad. Like I don't know if this deck is bad though. Is the problem? Like it seems like it should be bad, but maybe people figure out this list and then this list goes on to become like a really big problem. That's my only concern, right? Oh no, the marbles are like breaking my overlay. Hold on 1 second. We'll figure it out together. Okay. Yeah, Sigil Vast. Oh, this is like the new marble. Cool. Seems good. Hoping that they don't have like a super wide turn here because we have some nasty. Oh, 2 astral flows. Okay. Is that card actually that good? I don't know. I think. Yeah, let's hold the shimmers, I guess. Yeah, it's like kind of a toxic deck, let's be real. Like, this deck is kind of up there in terms of being fucked up. I guess I'll give them the opportunity to try to clear my Stardust if they want to go for it. I don't know. The deck is, like, mega toxic. Okay, didn't want to go for it. I guess that kind of makes sense. Okay, so... do we want to gamble on the Spears of Serality?
Serality.
Serality?
Serality.
Could also Lightning Greaves this turn.
I'm making fun of how you say it.
Serality?
Surreality.
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 Surreality? How do you say this? Surreality. Okay. Gamble. Have the up. I'm taking a gamble basically on sending 3 versus like I don't know. Thinking about it too hard. All right, let's attack with the Stardust and play out the other one. Yeah, I'm concerned about this deck. I'm gonna be honest. Like, even if it's not good, this is like basically just Enigma, right? Enigma, but twinkified. Got a little twinkle. Like, I think they're a fun, like, I don't know. It's mainly just the old cards that are a problem, which I guess is like a common Fab problem. Like, the game of Fab itself is still like, I love Fab. The game of Fab itself is like still amazing. It's probably one of the best card games I've ever played. But like, there are things in this game that I think like should not be things in this game. You know what I mean? Keegan, I respect your commitment to the hater game there. For making fun of my southern drawl.
You're from Florida. You don't have a southern fucking drawl.
That is the most southern.
You said surreality.
Yeah,
surreality. Not a drawl. That's just you not saying it right.
That might be my drawl.
You don't have a drawl. You don't draw.
All right, coming in for 4. We can block 3 with the overcrowded, which is mid. I think we're just gonna. Maybe even just giving armor to this or something. I don't know. We're just gonna play the 2-card 7 game until they die. I think that's the plan. I still feel like some amount of flow generation in this deck seems relatively important. I don't know though. Yeah, Tegan's a hater. Tegan is mean to me. You're not mean to me. But it'd be funny if you.
I have never once said something that could be construed as me.
Damn. World's first. Oh, burn up for 1 ping. It's like kind of annoying. Sure, I guess I'll pay for that. Let's just block. Blocking is fun. I love to block. Sure. We somehow ended the turn with like more ores on the board than at the start of the turn. I say y'all. That's like kind of southern, right? Southern adjacent. I don't know. Maybe should I just play this deck at Nats?
That'd be miserable.
Yeah.
You lose to Victor.
Well, what if we just figure out the Victor matchup? And then we don't lose to Victor anymore, right? Maybe that's the strat. Kind of want that haze spinning on top. Masiko. I probably didn't actually. I don't know. Okay, so you know, like double pay into this. We shelter Phantasmaclasm on their turn. Seems good. But they don't double pay into it, and then we just shelter. I mean, we're still sheltering regardless, right? Just hit them with the Clasm. Could also save the Clasm. Maybe we should get our chip in value while we still can. Just get our, like... We're losing out on the Phantasmaclasm next turn, but we'll get to Arsenal the Clasm and then save it for next turn. Iris might put Victor on the map. Also, please play this in Nats and help Victor win to retire before week 3. Y'all has been co-opted by the rest of the country for some reason. I mean, the South sucks. The Southern United States is like kind of shit, anyways. Hold on, sorry. What? Y'all has been claimed by the whole ass country. We say it in California. Damn, I didn't know that. I feel like as a kid, I feel like I felt special for saying y'all. But as an adult, it's like kind of a red flag, I feel like. I don't know. It's like a red flag in the sense that you grew up in a shitty place. Okay. So we got the Plasm for next turn. The last vestige of my Midwesternness that I still have is Ope when I almost run into people. Oh, is that also a thing? Interesting. I feel like I do that too. Victor can win the US Nats in like 1 week 2 event. We won't have to deal with him myself, and I'm not forced to Vincent at mine. Yeah, I feel like Victor being around is weird. All right, the Voltbound Duality, sure. So this is the oh, they're doing the discard mode. I guess we can just like pull Tunic for that, right? Also, I probably should be thinking about it now. I probably should be on the Footsteps in this matchup. Seems like it might be good. If we can beat the aggro deck, so we can beat Victor though, this deck seems like kind of gas. I don't know. I'm saying this is like a informal Wii. This is like I don't want to play this deck Wii, but I guess we might be. So what is this? This is like press or something. I guess we can hit them with the duality off the Stardust Spike. It's kind of funny. Sure. Oh, no action. Interesting. Oh, now we just like Starbreeze. I don't even think we bother with this. I don't think we bother with the duality. I think that's like a trap. All right, so let's do Conflux into, well, actually, hold on. We need to do this first, right? We need to Clasm first to play around the Purgatory, I think. In case people don't know, Pittsburgh has their own version of y'all that's yins. Oh yeah, Gesture has AB1. Maybe Footsteps and Northern Gloves instead of Calming Gesture. Well, I think we want Calming Gesture is just Northern, right? It's basically the same card. It's just better Northern. Oh, Taz, you were responding to the other person. Okay, I see. I think I want to leave them with a kiss, right? I don't think we care about the kiss. Now I give this go again, and then we just swing. But yeah, Jester does have AB, so you don't need to run Null Rune. This giving any attack go again is kind of wild too, not just like attack actions. Like some of the templating on these cards is interesting. This is like a mythic or a majestic uncommon. This card's bonkers. I will never understand Yin's Yin's wait, is it Yinzel? Yins. I go to school in Pittsburgh. Oh, okay. Wait, am I pronouncing that right? Yins? Is it like youngins? Is that where that came from? Interesting. Yeah, Starbreeze is like one of the best cards in the deck. By like a fairly wide margin, I feel like. Not like, I don't know, not like insane margin, but like card's kind of bonkers. I don't. Maybe we let the elliptical. Oh wait, I think I see the play. We let the elliptical die. We bounce. No, this still doesn't work. We need to crown. I think we're crowning away a CNC, and we let the elliptical die, and then we just go from there. Something like that. Because the Breeze getting the flicker go again seems like it could be good. Oh wait, this is just win the game basically. So if they purgatory us, that's the weird part, right? Can Starbreeze flicker itself? I don't know that it can. I guess we're about to find out. So we play that out. No, were we not supposed to play that out? Sorry, I'm thinking. No, this still works. This still works. Sorry. I had to think about that one for a second. So I think what we do is if they go for the Purg, then we just Calming Gesture pitch, and then we dodge the Purg, and then we get to swing on the backside. Okay, I think I figured it out. Starbreeze cannot flicker to give itself go again. Yeah. Yeah, I assume that because it like leaves the chain and then you can't like target it, right? That'd be kind of broken. I was mostly just trying to think about how to play around a purgatory there, and I think I found the answer. Which is to just pitch to the oh, I guess yeah, we still have the redundant AB on the Greaves, so I guess we don't really need it. Still kind of works out. I'm gonna try my hardest here to 40-0 in Aurora, because that sounds like a very fun content idea. Alright, Flittering Spike plus Quick Succession. It's kind of an interesting deck. This shit is so toxic. This is like the most toxic Ziggy deck I think I've ever seen. Kind of hilarious though. Wait, does Greaves? We probably shouldn't get rid of our 1AB, right? That's probably not wise. I think we will play out a Haze Bending though. That seems like a nightmare. So we flicker the Breeze, give it go again. God, I just want like if there's like a 5th through 6th copy of Starbreeze in the deck, like this deck becomes insane, right? This is just like the best deck in the game. This card is like nuts. This card is like probably one of the most pushed, like a blue Blink. I guess Blink is already blue, right? But like blue ward 1 with Refractor is like kind of nasty. Okay, so we're gonna Ziggy Flicker. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, hold on. Let me go back to the start of this turn. We need to attack with the other aura. Sorry, do this one first. Right. Because we cannot Flicker itself. Who are you playing against? An evil twin Flesh and Pod? I can hold on. Let me. Oh wait, sorry. Oh no, I'm flickering the Starbreeze. Yes. Okay. Cool. Sorry, I'm starting to like lose my sanity playing this deck. So we flicker this, and then we give that go again. Let me see who I'm actually playing against, so that we can publicly shame them. Blaze Storm 413. Does anyone recognize that name? Blaze Storm 413.
Don't publicly shame people.
That was a joke. I'm joking. I want to just like kind of play out the haze mending. Maybe we don't need to. Let's just kill them. How about that? Let's just kill them. Yeah, that seems good. You know what actually you know what might be sick in this deck is the card that puts the instant back on top. Like the Majestic, you just like tutor Starbreeze again and you just like replay it back out. Like that might be the one card with Fragment that we actually like kind of want to run. Alright, so we Clasm.
Swing Spectral, play Flittering Starbreeze to give it go again, and then use Tunic and Corrosive to play Class.
Sorry, what do I do first? Walk me through it.
I think you can Spectral, pitching Shimmers.
Okay.
Yeah, just swinging it.
Yeah.
So you have one floating.
Yep.
Then you use your Starbreeze to give that go again,
Okay.
and then you pull Tunic and pitch Space Dust to do Class.
Sure. I believe you. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yes.
I was going to do it the other way around, I think.
I think doing it this way
It's more annoying.
You're playing around a popper.
Okay, that's fair.
They probably don't have it, but who knows?
You know what I could also just do is play out the haze bending.
Nah, just swing Classum. It's a 9.
Okay. But I want to, like, 4DO them. Like, what is...
Okay, but you should kill them instead. Like, then sending 9 is actually what you want to do.
Okay, that's fair. But I, like, want to play the Space Dust, too. I want to do all the things.
Okay, but yeah, you should just, Classum's better.
Oh, Bladestorm was the main Spellio guy with his first Cilio Wave before Omens. Oh, cool. Well, I hope they're having a good time. I would not be.
Get rid of Lightning Press.
But why press? Don't I want to get rid of Tempestuous?
Oh, I guess so. I guess now if they want to pop it, they need to spend 2 cards.
Yeah. Should still be fine here. We've been doing a good job of, like, 40-0ing people tonight. For what that's worth. I don't know. Maybe there's something to this deck. Maybe. Like, you can do the Gone in the Flash combo thing. I think that's also pretty cool, but, like, I feel like this version is also kind of broken. It's broken in its own unique way. Alright, we'll take Spectral Shield. Alright, we do have to play around Press. I need to remember that. Playing around Press seems to be important. When this hits here, I do 1 arcane damage. Okay, that's not hitting. Sure. So we have them at 1, right? With the dust. Let's go ahead and just fake this. Oh, another Space Dust is actually good. So that's like lethal next turn. Sure. Oh wait, do we have the... Oh, we'll have the flows for that. Yeah. Seems good. Current funnel, that means that probably eats the low tide? Sure. It's like an interesting Aurora deck. Okay, so we just static sheltered this. Not ping the resource, and then we're just gonna like flicker space dust end a turn, and then just like get another flow here. Here's a question for Chad: is Flesh and Bad problematic? Is what we're doing problematic? I think it kind of is. Okay, so we now do this, right? You stepped away for 15 minutes. How are we at 41 with the Nourishing Glow? That's how. We can go to 42 if I wanted to. Okay, so we'll let this go. We'll get rid of the other Star Breeze, and then we can... So we do need to worry about... hold on. So we do need to worry about... what is the card? Wait, what am I worried about? Oh, it's the Scorpio on the back. Yeah. So we just lose the Scorpio, play out Haze Bending. Cosmic Space Dust is lethal next turn, and then we win. Oh, I guess they do have AB1. Okay, so we're not, like, guaranteed, but, like, pseudo-guaranteed, I guess. Sure. Alright, so we let the...
Just put Tunic in front of this.
Yeah, just let the auras go. Yeah, this is not the kind... I don't know. I feel... Okay, Rob should have actually... Like, I think I should have taken Rob's offer to actually, like, not show off this deck, because this deck is, like, kind of toxic. Like, okay, so, on the one hand, we have this really good content where we're 40-0ing an Aurora. On the other hand, we're playing, like, one of the most evil decks in the game. I don't know. I don't know how well that sits with me. Maybe I should have taken the money. Because now I'm going to have to play into this deck, which sucks. The price, I guess, of being first. Alright, how do we stay at 40 is the main question. So we let this go, which makes a Spectral. I don't blame you for making the content. I gotta get the bag, you know? This deck is like... Oh god. This deck, like, kind of makes me...
Static Shelter, I guess.
I think I'm gonna try to kill them. Right? Because we can just do this. Unless they have unless they have a blue in their hand. I guess we're about to find out. So we Ziggurat Flicker. So if they need to have exactly a blue to live here. If they don't have a blue, they die. It's a game. Okay, we did dip below 40 though, so that's embarrassing. Although, like, I guess the damage is technically applying. Okay, we could have been at 39, I guess. Is there a deck list? Sorry, I just got here and it had to ask. Do I want to show off the deck list? Okay. Alright, we have the Twink Enigma deck list. This is a deck that has 9 D-React, or sorry, it has 11 D-Reacts in it. It has most of the ward cards and Spectra cards. There's another 2 D-Reacts here. So we have 14 D-Reacts plus another 2 D-Reacts on the board, so it's 16 total D-Reacts. And then we're also just playing, like, Enigma cards, basically. Oh, I do love that name, thank you. Also, you can be a non-binary twink. That's not a... It's not a gender-exclusive thing, right? Anyone can be a twink. But, yeah, we're playing this deck, and yeah, this deck's disgusting. I don't know. There's nothing more to say. This is, like, just a pile of generics with, like, good illusionist cards, and that's about it. I love this deck. Alright, we're gonna do, like, one more game of this deck, but, like, let me post the link in chat, sorry. That's why I was looking at the deck list for a bit. Alright, go grief your armories with this deck, I guess. I don't know. You're allowed to play this deck, I guess. I don't... okay. I feel a certain way about this deck list. I mean, I'm having fun and okay, maybe this Aurora is gonna kick our ass. So let's go first, probably. Think we want the quick dodge. Let's do calming and then refractor. Clasm seems good. We're gonna cut the spectral and the restless plan, I think. But I like the space dust. And then we're gonna hold on to like maybe like 2 CNCs, do something like this. Maybe you can bring in like another CNC, maybe like cut like a hold line or something. Let's try this. This deck is fucking this deck is awful. Yeah, like I hate it here. It's fine, it's fine. It's not fine. Sure, we're gonna play on Aura. Swing. This deck is like kind of a nightmare. This is like one of those, maybe you should just ban Refractor and Iris and call it a day and then just print better. Like, I feel like this deck should be forced to play Aphrodite, if you know what I mean. Like, it feels very much like a non-intended... Like, they said that they knew about this deck, but it still doesn't feel like it's like an intentional design, you know what I mean? It just feels like a thing that you are allowed to do, but maybe you really shouldn't do or something like that. Alright, let's block. Okay, if this is something that they actually wanted in the game, like, it's weird to me, because, like, why would they just put this, like, as a backup plan in the Armory deck? Like, why is Aphrodite a thing in the first place, you know what I mean? That's my one question, because, like, that piece doesn't really make a ton of sense to me. I don't think we really want to protect this. I think we're just going to let this go and Clasm them. Scorpio's like a little annoying, sure. Seems good. Alright, this Aurora I think is doing a little bit better. Which is positive, because I want this deck to not be good. Let's go ahead and take the... You have snaps, which is a bit weird. I think we're still taking the path the same ends. I think we can maybe even just fatigue from this spot, potentially. Hold on. Sorry, let me look at this. You know what I feel like this deck is missing? 9 copies of CYB. Can we ban that person? Tegan, can you get on that? I think Tegan left in the other room. But if Tegan was not in the other room, you'd be banned. That's totally fair, but there's no world where they didn't think this was going to be a deck. Afro funny limited design. Otherwise, they could have pre-banned Refractor. Yeah, I guess that's true. Like, maybe they didn't know about this deck and were, like, fine with it. But, like, I guess my question is, like, why were they fine with it? You know? I'm not fine with, like, I don't know. I feel like this is, like, not actually a great deck to have in the game. Also, did I make their hand better by taking the, I think they drew into an Arc Lightning. That's kind of scary. I guess we can just kind of Clasm them to death. I'm hoping that we lose this one, because that means that the deck is not that good. Like, if this deck just, like, folds to any good aggro deck, then I think it's fine. They'll have to keep this deck a thing for Enigma stands. Yeah. I'm hoping that this deck is, like, just bad enough where we don't have to worry about it. That's my hope, at least. I think I'm also going to try to... Do I want to hold on? I think I do want to hold on to the Flowtide. I'm probably actually not supposed to block there. I'm probably just supposed to take the damage. Yeah, we'll see. A little scared of the Scorpio, I guess. We're just going to take a little bit of damage here. I think that's fine. Oh, that's what I should have saved the block for. That's what I was afraid of. Oh, it still, like, kind of works out, but I should have saved the 4 block for that. Okay, I'm punting. That's okay. So we should be Clasming them this turn, which is really bad. That's okay. We'll just try to stay healthy. Staying alive. Eventually they'll break, and we'll be fine. But yeah, the react for the snatch was probably important. Usually when games recast two Phantasmaclasms, yeah. I needed to not de-react there. Sorry, I'm just getting tired. I am also not an illusionist player for what it's worth, so my illusionist fatigue is kind of setting in. This is not the kind of deck that I typically like to play. Oh, we got the Starbreeze though. So Starbreeze plus this is, so we just need, we can block up to 3 this turn. Oh, this is only coming for 7. Interesting. So we can block 3, like Arsenal Haze spending or something. There's definitely like a way to maybe make this even a little bit better in Dagger or something. But yeah, let's stick to the blockout plan. All right. Oh, we're pitching the Haze spending. That's what's happening. I forgot. But you could be a Necromancer. Okay, maybe I'll get less fatigue from playing a Necromancer. Maybe that's true. This deck does feel like kind of rough, right? I don't know. Something about this deck that screams to me that people are not going to enjoy this. Okay, Sigil we can pay for. That's good. As long as they don't have another one. Maybe they didn't want to go for that there. I don't mind them playing the T-Rex here, though. Sure. Wait, why is it not prompting me for AB? Okay, there we go. Sorry, it like showed it was it showed it was trying to go for the 1 damage Arcane Barrier, but then it like didn't do it. Interesting. Even if they have double sigil here, they can't really stop this. I mean, ultimately, this is like, what, 2-card 13? Or no, sorry, 4-card 13? It's pretty good. But I guess you also get the embodiment. So that's also like another upside. You know what I think this deck does lose to really hard? It's probably like Old Acilio. I've been hearing some murmurings about Old Acilio actually being like pretty good. We're kind of keeping pace with them here, which is nice at least. Just need to find our good cards here, and I think if we just get them to kind of brick a couple times, we could be in a decent spot. All right, let's see what they got here. Are you gonna go for like another press or something? Oh, snaps. Okay. Am I fine with letting these go? I think I'm supposed to be fine with it, probably. The one thing about the Space Dust plan is it feels like maybe boarding it out in some matchups seems reasonable. I played New Acilio versus Old One on full big spells, got cooked. Yeah, Old Acilio and New Acilio are both, I think, pretty viable decks, it seems like. Alright, Path of Same Ends. I would like to stop this, ideally. Sure, we will stop this. Or we will attempt to. Oh, alright, let's go again. Now do I care? I guess I still care. Probably shouldn't have pulled Tunic, but whatever. So we block 4 here, pump pitch. This depend. I guess we can block a little bit here and then just take 3 and see what they do next. I imagine they're probably just like going to keep an Arsenal or something. It seems like a little bit more of like a refined Aurora deck than I think we previously played into, though. So maybe there's hope that this deck is bad. Can this deck consistently win before Golden Sun for 10 million? That's... So, okay. So I think I was testing it with someone the other night just to like... Because I think he wanted some reps in. But I lost to Victor But I also wasn't on Iris in the Victor, which is like probably what you want. So I don't know. Like, do you lose to Victor? Maybe some more testing needs to be done. But I feel like I did lose pretty handily to Victor, just kind of trying to do the normal thing, I guess. Ooh, okay, that's gonna be annoying. We can pay for it though. Arc Lightning seems like a good card. Ooh, and just Snatch. Okay, cooking here. So we can block 5 here. If they press, we can pump the Fade over. I think we just want this aura to die so we don't have to like protect it, right? Seems like a smart idea. I think we're not supposed to pay here anymore. Because we want to probably like bounce the Space Dust. Oh, Quick Succession. Okay, sure. This card's also really good. But yeah, I'm not convinced that this deck is actually able to beat Victor. Victor still seems like a pretty tough matchup. Alright, so take another 1 here. I feel like the CNC is not really doing much when they have Crown. So maybe we just block with it and then maybe like Space Dust end of our turn or something. We still have our D-React in Arsenal, so it should be fine. Like even if they snatch us here or something. Okay, that's fine. Is that fine actually? Oh, they're gonna get the Scorpio again? That's kind of rough. Yeah, we're gonna be taking a lot of damage. I guess we should probably just use our D-React now in case we get them to brick next turn. Overcrowded. Probably not gonna cut it next turn. I think the turn we fucked up was like the Phantasmaclasm turn, though. I think that turn was pretty important. Yeah, that was a really nice Arc Lightning turn. Alright, so we'll go down to 8, and then we have the Space Dust now set up. Okay. Don't think this is too bad for us. Like, we're functionally at, like, back up to 12. We still have Quick Dodge to use as well. Maybe that was also the Quick Dodge turn, but we didn't have the blues to support it, was kind of the awkward part. Wait, didn't I board out Restless in this matchup? Wait. I thought I did. Hold on. Didn't I bring in these 3 and then I cut... Maybe I, like, accidentally left in, like, 1 Restless for some reason. Okay. That shouldn't be, like, too big an issue. Okay, E-Strike, go again. That's manageable. I think we just let this eat this, then seems fine. Can this deck... sorry, I read that comment. But yeah. Victor... A lot of question marks about Victor right now. Let's maybe just go and try to sink into something a little bit better that we can kind of play during our turn. Ripple Away might just end up being blocked here. Could also like Crown something. Maybe we're just blocking Scorpio. No. I think I just want next turn to ideally be the Quick Dodge turn. Could have also hold on to the Restless there and just like played it out as like an aura or something. Sigil, Suffering, Rabble, Quick Succession. So I feel like I want them to have the Sigil, right? Because we can just AB that. I want them to have Scar. So the card that I probably don't want them to have is what here? Rabble is like... How many blues are they running? Rabble can arguably be like maybe inconsistent. I think it's between the Succession and the Rabble. I think I'm supposed to take the Succession though, because it's just like give something else go again, which could be rough. Yeah, playing an illusionist that I think that's a good way to phrase it. Playing an illusionist that loses to the top guardian feels rough. But like, what if someone figures out the Victor matchup with this deck? If someone figures out the Victor matchup for this deck, then like maybe this deck is good. I don't know. I'm trying to think like what you would need to beat Victor. Let's go ahead and just AB this. Or do we have to AB that? Let's just AB it anyways. It's fine. Oh, Space Dust being awkward here. Maybe Space Dust is a bad card. Alright, 4 off the top. So we knew about the Sigil, we knew about the Rabble, and then we knew about the Scar, right? Do you want to find an opportunity to quick dodge, but I feel like I'm just not like really getting the good opportunity to do it. So flittering. Oh, if this is go again, we're like kind of screwed, right? I guess let's find out. Yeah, press is good. So then they get to end on Scar here, which is kind of nasty. Low tide, I think we're too low for at this point. I think we're just supposed to try to get them to brick. That's my motto. Try to get them to brick. And then we're going to regret playing Space Dust in this deck because I think it kind of is bad. Could actually give up the Tunic here. It's probably worth it to get the 2 life cash in. And they're still sitting on the Scar for Scar, so like maybe that's not actually good for them. Who knows? Alright, we need them to have like a turn that's like 7 damage total. I think if we get like a 7 damage turn, we're chilling. If it's more than 7 damage, then no. So I think we're like sinking with Crown here. We might end up quick dodging this turn if their turn is like kind of scary. So I want to kind of like think about the quick dodge breakpoints a little bit. Okay, so the turn is going to be scary. Let's go ahead and pop the quick dodge though. Just stay alive. How many arc lightnings have they seen? They've seen 2, so they could have another one here. Oh, there's another one. Sure. Why didn't they play that first, though? Huh. Alright, coming up for another 7. That's rough. This one has the on hit of dealing 1 arcane damage. Okay. We definitely made some mistakes this game, but I think they still got to us anyways, which is kind of cool. I'm glad that this deck does lose to aggro decks, it seems like. Alright, so let's D-react here. Double D-react, I guess. We could also, like, A-beat or something. Like, maybe we're just, like, pitching our hand here anyways. Maybe we will make a flow token just because it makes our future space dusts a little bit better. We draw into like a red one or something. Like, I'm kind of imagining we just like end up quick dodging this here anyways. Alright, so do this. Go to functionally 7. But we are losing our quick dodge, which feels a little rough. I feel like we got like decent use out of it that turn though. Oh, another succession, okay. Like this feels like it's a lot more of like a consistent Aurora deck than I think the first deck we played against. Alright, flow state embodiment. Yep. Alright, try not to die. That is the plan. Might be a little hard when our hand collectively blocks 5. Let's go again, sure. See what they got. So we need to do... Oh wait, are we just dead? We might just be dead. We can block 4 here, pay the... We're not dead yet, because they still have the... They still have like the Scar... Or no, we might be dead. I think we're dead. Okay, cool, we're dead. That's actually a good thing. No, it's actually a good thing that we die, right? Because then... Or, okay, they're not going for that, though. Interesting. Okay, we're not dead yet. So we'll keep trying to be alive, I suppose. I feel like what we need is maybe to refine the aggro plan a little bit more. The aggro plan feels a little soft. I feel like we're probably also going to have to AB at some point this turn. Oh, thank you, you can also dislike the stream. That's, like, totally allowed as well. I would dislike the stream if I saw this. Oh, let's do... I mean, we're staying alive, kind of, right? Kind of. I feel like maybe having the ability to cut space dust also into aggro seems strong. Okay. It should have us here, finally. Okay. We died. Let's go. Okay, this deck is beatable. So that's a good thing, though. But we can at least ping them with the space dust in our defeat. They had some pretty nice kind of turn cycles there, actually. Sigil. Oh, they're sitting on Sigil Suffering in Arsenal. Interesting. I feel like this is, like, maybe fatigable, though. But they are running, like, a lot of, like, the good kind of go again enablers. Like, maybe not, actually. I think there's definitely still, like, a little bit of work to be done on this list. Like, okay, so we're gonna call a stream there. I think there's definitely some improvements that we can potentially make to this list. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I think the space dusts are, like, a little too cute. Like, what if you just, like, played this exact same deck, didn't play the space dusts, played Stack Shelters also, like, kind of whatever, and just, like, played 3 blocks and, like, good cards, and then you just had, like, an aggro package and then, like, the Iris package for Victor, and then you just, like, win all your games. That kind of seems, like, somewhat reasonable, right? GG, I'm back. I had to turn off my monitor so that I wasn't just shown sniping you, LMAO. Nice. Oh, were you the Aurora player? But yeah, no, that, like, I'm glad that you won that game, because that means that, like, this deck is beatable, at least. Like, it seems like this deck is beatable, which is a good thing. But yeah, potentially, maybe we just play this and Nats. I don't know. Is this deck any good? Who knows? But it was fun, at least. Like, it's basically just, like, kind of playing Enigma, but you're doing the, I guess you're playing the lightning cards for, I guess, like, this is a good lightning card, right? The other ones, I don't know. Like, this, like, I guess, like, these 2 cards are probably, like, the reason to play Ziggy, I guess, right? Like, the 2 best cards. Oh, the correct Aurora. Okay, good. Yeah, like, so we 40-0'd the first Aurora, but then we got, like, I think the second Aurora game is probably, like, a little bit more reasonable, like, how that should go in terms of, like, we kind of got doinked just because, like, I think we had too many no blocks on our deck, which I think is, like, part of the problem with this deck. Like, maybe you can kind of solve it away with, like, getting rid of the space dust into, like, aggro matchups, and then just running, like, more of, like, some other kind of, like, better aggro plan or something like that. Still, I think a lot to think about Ziggy, though. But it seems like there's, like, kind of something here. Like, you can kind of just, like, 40-0 some decks that, like, can't get through, which is kind of crazy. But this is a deck to think about, especially with Nat season coming up. But anyways, thank you all for stopping by the stream. Hope you all enjoyed. We'll probably be back on Monday, maybe with, like, a little bit of drafting action. I know that there are some draft enjoyers as well. Why pay 2 to send 5 when you can spend 0 to send 4? That's true. But yeah, hey Mansant, thanks for the stream. But yeah, I will see y'all around later next week, and have a good night, everyone.